Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. In the previous classes, we have studied about Mendele's experiments. Reasons are key for Mendele's success. Today, we will take up inheritance of one gene, or Mendele's monohybrid cross. Inheritance of one gene or monohybrid cross. What is monohybrid cross? The cross which involves inheritance of one gene, which involves inheritance of one gene or one character, क्योंकि one gene means one character, or one gene means one pair of alleles, and one character means a pair of contrasting traits or characters. The cross which involves the inheritance of one gene, one character, one pair of alleles, or a pair of contrasting traits or characters at a time is called a monohybrid cross. And it's a cross in which we study the inheritance of one gene at a time, या one character at a time, या one pair of alleles at a time, या one pair of contrasting traits or characters at a time. That is called a monohybrid cross. That is called a monohybrid cross. So we know Mendel performed a number of monohybrid crosses. He performed a number of monohybrid crosses, and in every cross he selected two sets of plants, one purely homozygous for one character, one trait, one contrasting character, and another set purely homozygous for another contrasting trait. And in one such cross, what he did, he selected two sets. He selected two sets of plants, pea plants. He selected two sets of pea plants. Zujwari karim pea plant han select one purely homozygous for tallness, and another set purely homozygous for dwarfness. And we also know that how he selected the pure parents. He self-crossed the parents for a number of generations till he was sure that the plant which he is going to use for his experiment, that is true breeding for a character, that is purely homozygous for a character. And he selected two sets of plants. One set was pure tall, in short we can say, and another was pure dwarf. What he did then, he made reciprocal exchange. He crossed these two sets of plants, that is tall plants and dwarf plants, differing in a pair of contrasting characters, that is differing in one character or one gene or one pair of contrasting characters, by reciprocal exchange of the crosses which he performed. They were reciprocal crosses. They were not a single cross, but reciprocal cross is a set of two crosses concerning to the same character but with reverse sexes. We have also studied this reciprocal cross also. What he did, tall pea plant, بیاکھ نیوٗن اَتھ ڈِوارٕف سۭتۍ ڈِوارٕف پی پٕلانٛٹ یورٕ کَنۍ بَنووُن بیٛاکھ تَتھ منٛز تہِ بَنووُن ٹال پی پٕلانٛٹ تہٕ ڈِوارٕف پی پٕلانٛٹ what he did then, yus tall plant us ये कोर यम कंसिडर गोडनिकिस सेट्स में मेल तो डिवार्फ कोरुन में फीमेल युस दोयम सेट दोयम क्रॉस अथ मज कोरुन टाल एज फीमेल and dwarf as male. Then he make exchange of these pollen grains from anther to the stigmas of flowers in both these crosses, both these sets, and in both the crosses what he find that all the plants which were produced they were tall. Yani yelim talan to dwarfen cross dut irrespective of their sex, all the plants produced, all the offspring produced, they were tall. They were tall, indicating that tallness is dominant. Tall is dominant over recessive. ये छ अस हावा कि tall च dominant recessive पे. Tall suppresses the dwarf plant. That is, tall is dominant over the dwarf plant. And these first plants, this first generation, these first offspring which he produced, which he obtained after crossing a tall plant with a dwarf plant, they were given the name F1 generation or first filial generation. First filial generation. First filial generation or F1 generation are F1 plants. And all the F1 plants were tall irrespective instead of contribution of alleles by both tall and dwarf plants. This indicates that this tallness is dominant over the dwarfness. Then he allowed these tall F1 plants to self-pollinate. To self-pollinate or self-cross these F1 tall plants, and the seeds obtained in the next season they were allowed to grow. They produced tall plants, and he allowed these plants to grow in the next season. What he obtained after self-crossing two F1 plants, all these plants which were produced, they were produced in the ratio of 3:1. That is, tall and dwarf plants were produced in the ratio of 3:1. In the ratio of 3:1. That is, out of total plants, 75 plants were tall and 25% plants were dwarf. 75 plants were tall and 25 were dwarf. And what we can say, 75 plants were like the dominant parent, that is tall, and 25% plants were like the recessive parent, that is dwarf plants. This is the second generation which he obtained after self-crossing F1 offsprings. This he gave the name F2 generation. F2 generation or second filial generation. Second filial generation. He then allowed these F2 plants, yani the F2 plants, both tall as well as dwarf, they were allowed to self-pollinate. Out of the 75% tall plants, 25% breed true for tallness. That means 25% F2 plants are pure tall, and 50% of the 75%, that is 2/3, and 1/3 of the F2 tall plants breeds true for tallness, they were pure tall, and 2/3, that is 50% of these total tall plants, they were hybrid tall, and they were like F1 offsprings, F1 individuals. That is, they once again produced tall and dwarf in the ratio of 3:1. And in 25% plants, they produce only tall plants, indicating that they are pure breeding for tallness, the true breeding for tallness, they are homozygous for tallness. And 50%, that is 2 out of these, 3:1, out of 3, 1 was pure tall and 2 were hybrid tall. And all the F2 dwarf plants, that's 25%, they breed true for dwarfness. They breed true for dwarfness. That is, they were homozygous dwarf plants, and they always produced dwarf plants. Dwarf plants. What we can say, out of the F2 plants, 25% breeds true for tallness, 50% were hybrid tall, and 25% were pure dwarf. That means tall, dwarf and hybrid tall plants, they were produced in the ratio of 1:2:1. Out of the total plants, 1 was 25%, that is 1 was pure tall, 25%, that is 1 were pure dwarf, and 2, that is 50%, they were hybrid tall. That means the 3:1 phenotypic F2 ratio, is actually 1:2:1 genotypic ratio. And in the F3 generation, we obtained that 25% plants were pure tall, 25% were pure dwarf, and 50% were hybrid tall. That is, the plants were produced, phenotypically they were 3:1, but genotypically it was actually 1:2:1, what we call as monohybrid phenotypic ratio is 3:1, and genotypic ratio of monohybrid cross is 1:2:1. Mendel got similar results in all the crosses, all the monohybrid cross which he obtained. In all the cases he obtained similar results. That is, in F1 generation, only out of the 2 parents only 1 gets expressed, that's 1 gets dominated, another remains suppressed. And in F2 generation, dominant and recessive parents were produced in 3:1 ratio, that is the phenotypic monohybrid ratio. And in F3 generation, it was proved that phenotypic 3:1 ratio is actually 1:2:1 genotypic ratio. This is monohybrid cross. In another class, in another lecture, we will study the observations and conclusions of the monohybrid cross. This is all for today. Thank you. Khuda Hafiz.